In the echoing halls of the Quartermain estate, change seems to vibrate with every footstep Sasha takes, her arms wrapped around baby Daisy, the child who now binds her fate to the Corinthos family in ways she had never anticipated. Though the air is filled with celebration at her arrival, beneath the surface lies a tension too potent to ignore, a collective breath held, waiting for the next emotional rupture. Whispers sweep through Port Charles like wildfire, not only about Sasha's fragile emotional state but also about the possibility of her sudden disappearance, a vanishing act that could upend every bond she slowly rebuilt. Sasha's move into the Quartermain mansion was meant to be a fresh start, a retreat from chaos, heartbreak, and the ghostly remnants of past trauma. Michael, ever the pillar of stability, offered her not just a home, but the comforting illusion of sanctuary. The sprawling grounds, the historic walls, the ever-present hum of Quartermain activity, it all should have made Sasha feel grounded. And for a moment, it did. But peace has never lingered long in Sasha's life, and her arrival within the Quartermain gates may mark not the beginning of healing, but the prelude to something far more unsettling. Ties to Michael, once tenuous and marred by mutual loss, have grown stronger with each passing day. Yet even as Michael holds Daisy with the same tenderness he shows Wiley and Amelia, Sasha seems more a ghost than a guest. Her eyes linger too long on shadows. Her hands tremble when no one is watching. The chaos outside may have dulled, but within her, storms still rage, unspoken and unaddressed. The question lingering in every conversation is unrelenting: how long before Sasha leaves again? The threat of Jen Sidwell, the enigmatic and dangerous figure lurking at the edge of recent Corinthos conflicts, only heightens fears. His previous entanglements with both Michael and Sonny have marked him as a disruptor, someone who doesn't just cause pain but exploits emotional vulnerability. Sasha, in her exhausted state, represents the perfect target. Observers recall her recent hospital stay where moments of fear pierced the surface of her composure. If Sidwell were to strike now, it wouldn't just be an attack on Sasha, it would be an attack on Michael's newfound equilibrium and a direct assault on the stability he's built for his children. In such a scenario, Sasha's absence could be sudden and terrifying, leaving Daisy in the care of Michael by force rather than choice. But not all exits are violent. Some are quieter, wrapped in intention and sadness. There are whispers, gentler, more sympathetic, that Sasha may be planning a trip, a long overdue journey to reconnect with the couple who raised her, the people who taught her love before the world taught her pain. Introducing Daisy to her adoptive parents might be Sasha's way of tethering herself back to a life that once held meaning before Port Charles reshaped her identity. If this is the path she takes, it may be her first conscious choice in months, a decision not forged by fear but by longing. And yet, even in this version, the act of leaving Daisy behind, no matter how temporary, would represent a sacrifice that could haunt her forever. Then again, Sasha has never been a stranger to emotional freefall. The labor scare that preceded Daisy's birth was more than physical, it reawakened every buried trauma, every episode of loss and despair that once brought her to the brink. The weight of motherhood, paired with relentless scrutiny and Michael's proximity to both Willow and the ever-unpredictable Nina, might push her to a breaking point. Past cracks in Sasha's mental health have been deeply public and deeply painful. If she were to spiral again, this time with Daisy dependent on her, the consequences would be unbearable. Her choice, then, might not be a decision at all, but a retreat, a surrender to a darkness that promises silence over survival. In that darkness, Daisy's future would become a matter of custody and compassion. Michael, whose affection for Daisy seems to deepen by the day, would step in without hesitation. But stepping in might also mean stepping into a custody battle, one where names like Tracy and Jason emerge as power players, each with their own vision of what Daisy's future should look like. And waiting in the wings is Willow, whose recent estrangement from Michael has not diminished her connection to the children she once raised. For Willow, Sasha's absence might be a window of opportunity, an emotional and legal opening that allows her to once again be a mother figure, especially if she senses instability in Sasha's choices. But can Daisy truly be protected amidst the shifting loyalties of Port Charles? The answer may rest in Sasha's next move. If she leaves and never returns, Daisy could become yet another child swept into the tangled web of Quartermain politics and Corinthos loyalty. If she returns but broken, she may have to prove herself all over again, not just to Michael or the courts, but to herself. And if she stays, fragile, bruised, but determined, then perhaps this moment, this uncertainty, is the crucible that forges a stronger version of the woman who once believed she could never survive loss again. As the town speculates, as insiders whisper and outsiders watch, only one thing remains certain: the days ahead will reshape not only Sasha's destiny but Daisy's future. And in the quiet rooms of the Quartermain mansion, where legacy and loss walk hand in hand, the echoes of this chapter will linger long after Sasha's footsteps fade from the marble floors. Whether she runs toward healing or flees from pain, whether she fights for her daughter or lets go for love, the impact of her decision will ripple through every life she's touched. In Port Charles, no departure is ever just a goodbye, it's a reckoning. And Sasha's reckoning may be only just beginning.